What is going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk about SoFi. As you can see on the live ticker to my left, it is very much red. I'm going to explain why it's going down as much as it is, in addition to some very positive things coming out for SoFi and what they might mean for the short term. But before I get into any of that, all I ask, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that, let's get right to it. So as you can see on the live ticker to my left, roughly down 6%, 42 million as far as overall volume, 52.7 is the average, and that is a 6-month average, and 6.4 million shares being purchased by institutions and hedge funds just today alone. And you can tell based on the intraday chart as well, very much of a sell-off. And when it came down to it, everyone was hyped and talking about, oh, SoFi's been up 7 consecutive days, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, I think we bit ourselves in the foot when it came down to that, because not necessarily, it wasn't just SoFi. There was a lot of other growth stocks that went on this value rally. SoFi did start it a little bit earlier because of their earnings, but still, same regard, a lot of stocks did go up. So a lot of people are taking profits, and hands down, that is what is starting to spark a little bit more of fear in the market. So I do attribute it to that, in combination with higher yields right now. So the treasury yields are starting to pick back up again, showing and insinuating that there's still a lot of fear in the market. You can even tell based on this, the fear and greed index, it is extremely low. So number 8, so that is extreme fear as of right now. But despite the sell-off, despite everything, based on the options activity, there is still a hell of a lot of calls being purchased, insinuating a lot of upside potential is still expected for SoFi. SoFi has shown a lot of strength over the last 7 days, like I've already said in previous videos. So that is one very positive thing. And in combination with that, one huge bullish signal that's been happening is Anthony Noto. So looking right here, Anthony Noto has done a hell of a lot of purchasing. So this does break it down, all of his transactions that he's been purchasing, the values, so significant amount of value. And it was done twice. So you can see on the 13th, he did purchase 39,000 shares at $6.50. And then finally 13,500 shares at $7.78. So I've always said you need a CEO such as Anthony Noto who does and supports the company as much as he does. Every company wishes that they had a CEO like this. So just keep that in mind, especially a lot of people do put a lot of negativity towards Anthony Noto, and even more recently about the reverse split topic and things like that. A lot of people are blaming him and the management team, but in any regard, if SoFi was to drop below $5, I think a lot of people would not actually like the circumstances that follow. Because I already did do a video on this, but in case you guys missed that, it does show right here. So you can see the breakdown. This is Interactive Brokers. I do have a link to them in the description below if you're looking for a lot of good information such as this. But still, the ownership breakdown, you can see institutions have 302.81 million shares of SoFi. Strategic entities have 193.9 million. So if we do hypothetically drop below that $5 mark for 10 consecutive days, this strategic entities have stipulations that they have to sell their shares. So imagine 193.9 million shares being sold because we are unable to stay above $5 for 10 consecutive days. Imagine the downward pressure that would be placed on SoFi. So just take that how you see that. And as well, I just want to talk about the social sentiment since I'm on here, and I've always been a very big believer of that. And despite everything, it's a little bit more mixed today. So clearly people are liking the discount when it comes down to SoFi. Like I said, over the last 7 days, it has shown significant amount of strength. Their earnings showed a significant amount of benefit when it came down to that as well. And because as well, a lot of analysts have given a lot of good price targets on SoFi. So even Mizuho, Credit, Piper, a lot of big names have all been getting in, giving high price targets. So $9, $9.50, $10 as well. And right now the average would represent a 49 potential upside. So very beneficial for SoFi. And even in my opinion as well, this target is relatively low. And I just want to bring this up because I am a big believer in technicals. I'm going to do a little bit more technical analysis at the end. But when it comes down to more so the Elliott wave. A lot of people do really like that kind of technical analysis, and based on all of that, it does show a short-term potential for SoFi to $9.40 to $10.09. So take that how you see that. There clearly is a lot of underlying things all pointing to SoFi going up. So let me know in the comments below if you are taking advantage of these cheap prices and buying, because like I said, I don't personally see these lasting for much longer. But keep in mind though, I am not a financial advisor, so do your own due diligence at the end of the day. Just want to give you a good benchmark as far as short interest, what they're doing, and they are currently, as of right now, closing some positions 1.05%, works out to be 3.91 million shares being returned. Cost to borrow is starting to go back down a little bit, so 8.99%. Short interest is just over 20, so like I said, it has been going down a little bit. Short score is currently at 73.92, and that is broken down by utilization, short interest, and cost to borrow. So that's the likelihood of a short squeeze occurring. And I've always said in previous videos, you need to always watch this and for underlying signals, because cost to borrow and short interest are usually inverse. So when cost to borrow does go down, means it's cheaper for shorts to maintain their position. This is why usually short interest does go up and takes advantage of those cheap prices. But when cost to borrow goes down and short interest also goes down, that definitely does show, in my opinion at least, a nice bullish signal. So take note of all of these as well. Just looking at some options activity for today, as far as that, $750.66 thousand worth of options being done today, 97% positive. So this is why, exactly like I said at the very beginning, read between the lines. A lot of people are just tentatively selling off because of this broader fear. Clearly a lot of people are taking profits because SoFi has ran up significantly, almost 70% give or take in a span of 7 days. So very beneficial, but like I said, a lot of people will be taking profits. Just want to talk on some technical analysis right now. So I have the 50, 100, 200-day moving averages, Bollinger Bands, RSI, stochastic, and momentum. So stochastic is currently at 88, fairly high in my opinion. And as of right now, there is no defined trend. There's a little bit of a deviation starting to occur. So red line above the black, showing a little bit more of a bearish sentiment. Momentum, number of buyers is down, as you can tell today. And looking on the actual chart, we did break outside the Bollinger Band. So like I said in previous videos, and for those that watch my channel, 9 times out of 10, when we do break outside the Bollinger Band, unless there's a justifiable cause, we do get dragged back in. So this is exactly what has happened over the last several days as well. So just take note of that. This is very healthy when it comes down to us being unable to actually break past resistance points and things like that. We do consolidate. It's very healthy for the stock. Nothing to panic, in my opinion at least. But like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. Let me know your thoughts if you have been buying, selling, holding, whatever it might be. Let me know. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. Also, if you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, I appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on SoFi.